Sad days, gentlemen. Ghetto Grunk is still not back. I'm hoping that he'll be back by next year. If not, honestly, I hope he just makes a new account and we can just build it right back up. Because, come on, there is nobody better than Ghetto Grunk. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. Let's see what the most followed NFL meme page has had in store. I haven't done memes in a while, so let's get after it. I can pretty much start anyone here because I haven't looked at any of these. Sundays without football. Dude, it is so weird. And no college basketball now. Like, this is the true for me. This is the dead period. If I was really into like MLB or NBA, I guess NBA playoffs is pretty cool. But dude, when NBA playoffs is over, that's when it really gets spooky. The only AFC quarterback to beat the Philadelphia Eagles over the past, is that true? The only AFC quarterback to beat the Eagles? That can't be right. There is no way that that's correct. Okay, they lost to the Falcons, they lost to the Bucks, they lost to the Commanders. Oh my God. They're only, what? That's actually crazy. It's crazy. The Detroit Lions could have put a team around Matt Stafford for 11 years. So they traded him to the Rams, built a great team, and now they're only a Matt Stafford away from winning. Boo. This is a reach. This is a big reach. The only reason we were able to build a team is because we got 2 first-round draft picks for Matt Stafford. Those 2 first-round draft picks were what? Jahmyr Gibbs and Aiden Hutchinson? I think that had something to do with it. Another NFL season has passed and still no game has topped the 2018 Chiefs versus Rams Monday Night Football game. Yeah, this game actually, so sick. Such a banger game. Although I'm trying to think, what games have come close to this game? Watching the Minnesota Vikings come back down like 31 or 34 points, the greatest comeback in NFL history, that was a pretty crazy game to watch, but it wasn't the slug out that this was. It was really just the Colts choking for like 30 minutes of football. You know, the funny thing is pretty much every Cincinnati Bengals game is going to look like this. The Jets really thought that this team was going to take them to the Super Bowl. Yeah, Nathaniel Hackett has never been high on my list. Dude, as I'm recording this, Aaron Rodgers still doesn't have a team. That's so crazy to me. Nobody kicked a longer field goal, 63 yards in the NFL, than Tom Dempsey for 43 years. He had 0 toes on his kicking foot. Well, low-key, that kind of gives him an advantage. Also, this is photoshopped. Holy shit, that's not photoshopped at all. Dude, AI has done a number on me. All right, there's 2 reasons for this, by the way, if you want some kicker lore. Number 1, this guy had illegal cleats that you can't use anymore. 2, I mean, he also has half of a foot, so that'll do it. Second, it's kind of funny. For as long as the NFL went, people didn't really understand how to kick the football. Like, actually. It wasn't until like the last 20 years that people were like, hey, we should perfect this. Now kickers can bomb that shit. Jeremiah Trotter and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. celebrating the 04 NFC Championship and now Super Bowl 59. That's crazy. Todd Gurley is younger than, yeah, I did kind of know this. Gurley's been retired for 5 years now, is eligible for the Hall of Fame. Henry had another All-Pro season 2024. Todd is 30 and Henry is 31. If I'm being honest, this really just speaks to how insane Derrick Henry is. He is truly the exception and definitely not the rule. What did Todd Gurley have? He had like arthritis, right? Todd Gurley's been reported to have arthritis in his knee. Also, by the way, guys, I am getting this from the AI overview. Have you guys been using the AI overview on Google? It's so bad. This thing will feed you dog shit, completely false information like half the time. Dude, AI has done a number on me. Eric Fisher, 2013, is the only first overall pick in the 21st century to win the Super Bowl with the team that drafted him. The last player who was taken first overall to do it was Peyton Manning, who won Super Bowl 41. This is honestly not that shocking to me at all. If you have the first overall pick, your team is dog shit, and it's incredibly difficult to win a Super Bowl. This is a cool stat, but I'm really not that surprised by this. Taylor Swift has reportedly made the NFL nearly $1 billion since she started dating Travis Kelce. I mean, I'm sure Taylor Swift helped the NFL make revenue, there's no doubt about that, but how on earth are you tracking this number? This sounds like something I would pull out of my ass. Stop it. This is literally Paul George to the Sixers. Deebo Samuel on the Commanders. I think we're going to find out a lot about this Deebo trade. Jackson said Deebo has one off season and everyone thinks he's washed, like he's not going to put up 4 touchdowns in the Eagles 2 seasons ago. 49ers downfall is a thing of beauty. Commies fans really think they're going to be the Eagles with Deebo. Okay. I think there are 2 directions for Deebo Samuel. One, he hated it in San Fran, and now that he's in a new environment, he's gonna thrive and be really exciting. Or he is wide receiver Ezekiel Elliott. And by that, I mean, remember when Ezekiel Elliott first got in the league and he just put up just stupid numbers? He was so good. And then the next year after that, he declined. And everyone was like, oh, it's one off season. Zeke's gonna eat, bro. Feed Zeke. and then he declines. And then everyone's like, no, Zeke's gonna eat, bro, and then he declines. And he infinitely declined. Ezekiel Elliott never had a back-to-back season that was better than the previous season. Deebo Samuel traded, Ayuk coming off an ACL, Christian McCaffrey coming off major injuries, Trent Williams, old as dirt, have to pay Brock Purdy $50 million. They also lost like everybody in the offseason. Yeah, I'd be shocked if the Niners are a big contender once again. I think they're a little far away from another Super Bowl run right now. Big X the plug! Fun fact, when I landed at the Super Bowl, guess who was on my flight? Big X the plug. I was just standing at baggage claim, and this by the way, Big X is not an exaggeration at all. That is a large human being. Deebo Samuel and Jaden Daniels. Bro, why has every washed receiver played for the Ravens? Dez Bryant, Odell, getting Deebo Samuel for only a 5th rounder, taking on the entirety of his awful $18 million contract. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. If you get a player for cheap, it's because you're eating their contract. That's what the Lions did with Jared Goff. Jared Goff was on that giga contract with the Rams, and the Rams were like, no, thank you. You're not going to win us a Super Bowl. So we got 2 first-round picks and Jared Goff, and we ate his contract. And the Rams got Matt Stafford and instantly won a Super Bowl. So good for them. Bro recorded the loudest 40-yard dash in NFL Combine history.
Chicago Bears could be a spot.
That's 10.
That's a good start. That is athletic.
Look at him go.
Whoa. 4.91.
If it makes you run faster, I'm all here for it. Most people, literally 95% of people on earth cannot run a 4.9, and this guy's like 315 pounds. That man can scream all he wants. Ohio State quarterback Will Howard just had maybe the worst combine performance ever.
And how that's impacted college football. For me, on the scouting side,
the combine is such a joke, dude. Who gives a shit about the combine? Jalen Milroe's hand size was measured at 8 6/8 inches at the Senior Bowl. Jalen Milroe's hand size was then measured 9 3/8 at the NFL Combine. His hand size increased by half an inch in the span of a month. That's why I hate these casual ass fucking meme pages, bro. His hand did not. I'm not gonna get rage baited. Colorado State tight end Dallin Hooker thought his combine drill was over and caught his final pass one-handed.
So Dallin Hooker thought it was the end of the drill and held on to the ball. That
nice snag, son.
And then realized, wait a minute, there's one more. I'll just
nice snag, son.
And he's now.
It's actually pretty lit. Never forget when Malik Willis donated some of his NFL Combine clothing to a homeless man. Aww. That's cute. Also, this is actually kind of wholesome because it kind of looks like he wasn't intending for anyone to film. Sounds like someone just filmed it. Where's Malik Willis right now? Is Malik Willis still on the Titans? He's on the Packers? Yo, he actually played pretty good. Look at this. Against his former team, you're lying. He went 13 for 19, 202 and a tutty. 4 for 5, 56 yards and a tutty. 10 for 13, 130. Honest to God, not bad, Malik Willis. This is such a funny, seeing retroactive Myles Garrett news is so funny to me. Because as we all know, Myles Garrett signed with Cleveland. Browns DN Myles Garrett is unwilling to negotiate a contract extension with the organization as his agents have apparently slammed the door shut on any discussions. Garrett remains firm. He no longer wants to be in Cleveland. Spalloni, bro. He is Spalloni. Eerie scenes near Dallas has dust coming from the west blankets of the city. They just opened up the trophy case that holds their Lombardis. The Cowboys have won the Super Bowl. Fun fact, you guys, there are like 8 franchises who have never won. There's more than that. Meme pages just dogpile on the all the casual ass meme pages dogpile on the Cowboys because it's the freest engagement farm. When in reality, these are all the NFL teams that have actually never won a Super Bowl. You know, it's officially the NFL season when members of the Kansas City Chiefs are getting arrested. Oh my God, are these actually all Chiefs players? Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy was arrested Friday night for allegedly choking out a family member. Wow, that's actually crazy. Because Xavier Worthy was exonerated, right? No. We need to set the record straight. I'm not letting there be some Xavier Worthy slander out there on the internet. Because I never covered this story, but this story is crazy. So, Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy is suing his former fiance, alleging she stole and destroyed more than $150,000 in cash and property belonging to Worthy and assaulted him. The way that the story goes, Worthy said his former fiancée, Tia Jones, schemed to extort a home, money, cars, and other valuables from Xavier Worthy by concocting false stories of domestic violence and leaking the same to the press to professionally and personally assassinate his character and reputation. He had discovered that she had been unfaithful. The original story was that Xavier Worthy had committed domestic violence against his girlfriend, fiance, Tia Jones. And then the news story that came out was Tia Jones made all that shit up because she's trying to get a bunch of money, when in reality, Xavier Worthy caught her cheating, tried to break up with her, and then she absolutely freaked out and tried to do all of this. Let's also be clear that this is both he said, she said on both sides. Worthy alleged in a lawsuit that property missing from his game room included $30,000 in cash and a handgun. All right, Xavier, I can't help you out anymore, buddy. I would pay money to watch a live stream of DK Metcalf asking George Pickens for the number 14. AFC North is officially the crash out division. That's facts. George Pickens when DK Metcalf asked for number 14 on the first day of training camp.
Yeah, this is about to get ugly.
Oh, yeah. Dog, why are you squaring up with you? There is no chance that you win this fight right here, son. There's just no way. DK Metcalf and George Pickens meeting for the first time.
It's the one to make a scene.
Hey.
Banger. AFC North cornerback breathes. George Pickens and DK Metcalf on the next one. Steelers fans watching their wide receiver 1 try to fight the coach while their wide receiver 2 is trying to fight a fan.
Oh my God.
Tell him.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, there goes my mouse. Goodbye, mouse.
Oh my God.
DK Metcalf walking into Arthur Smith's office after receiving 7 targets through the first 3 weeks of the season. Yeah, I mean, I've always felt this way. The Steelers the last 4 or 5 years, bro, their offense is just so infuriating to watch. So loading up with DK Metcalf and just doesn't, I didn't make any sense to me, but DK Metcalf's a dog. Any team would be happy to have him, so it doesn't really matter. Mike Tomlin accepting his Nobel Peace Prize for surviving Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, and DK Metcalf. You know, the other argument here is that Mike Tomlin turned all these guys crazy somehow. Is it cause and effect or effect and cause? DK Metcalf, I want to play somewhere with warm weather. Steelers, how about $33 million?
Steam coming off of my sweater, my head, my hands. It's pretty awesome.
Winning, losing on the Browns with a whole lot of money. Hey! Myles Garrett, I'm leaving. How about $40 million a year? Riz. Dog, $40 million a year, that shit's Riz. Myles Garrett realizing he may never accomplish his ultimate dream of winning a Super Bowl. Myles Garrett realizing 4-13 has never looked so bad. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! The Cleveland Browns are now rostered like a 7-year-old's Pokemon team. A level 100 Gyarados and Sir Mertatus. You know what's funny? That's not even true. The Browns are very, very talented as a roster. They are organizationally dog shit. If the Bengals were competent, they could have had Jesse Bates, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Trey Hendrickson. This is so cherry-picked, I'm not even going to engage with it. Josh Allen will make $100 per minute for the next 6 years. It's kind of crazy to think about when you think about it like that. $1.74 per second. Cam Hayward on Aaron Rodgers. I ain't doing that darkness retreat. I don't need any of that crap. You either want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler or you don't. Who is the Steelers quarterback right now? You're lying. This is who the Steelers quarterback is right now, Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson. All right, Cam Hayward, I get it. Everybody likes to dogpile on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has clearly been kind of a diva in the past, I don't know, 2-3 years, maybe his whole career, but now we're just noticing it. If your quarterback is Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson, I'm just going to be honest, you might need to give a better pitch. There is no, dude, this is who is throwing. This is going to be who's throwing the DK. You loaded up on DK Metcalf and George Pickens so that Mason fucking Rudolph can throw him the football? Hold up. When is the Steelers' first round pick? The Steelers have the 21st pick. Do the Steelers go with a quarterback in the draft? Let's look at this dude's mock draft real quick. Hold up. Who do the Steelers take? Derek Harmon, D-tackle Oregon. I guess Cam Hayward's older, I guess. What is his analysis of this pick? Pittsburgh addressed a need on defense. They moved on. He'll play with Cam Hayward, who turns 36. Okay. When are the Steelers getting a quarterback then? Round 2? Steelers don't even have a second-round pick. Steelers are clapped, bro. If Aaron Rodgers signs with the Vikings, then throws a crossbody interception while in game-winning field goal range, I will be convinced we live in the Matrix. Sorry, buddy. It's J.J. McCarthy season. Prime Aaron Rodgers was different. The irony of them saying prime Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had like 2 primes. Because didn't he win the MVP back in like 20, like so way forever ago, and then he won it again. The Rodgers slander actually pisses me off because Rodgers, like, this is the stupidest comment I've ever. Rodgers really had top 10 all-time potential. Rodgers is top 10. Rodgers is unanimously a top 10 quarterback of all time. Yes, he had a dog shit season with the Jets. The U.S. sports calendar. This is actually clutch. I was just talking about this. I needed to see this. NFL's so short, bro. Okay, so we're right here. We're in like April, May, right? Okay, so we have MLB for a long time. That's nice. We got a little bit of NBA. This is the scary. July, bro. July is spooky season. You've got literally MLB, PGA, MLS, NASCAR, and even putting like, what are you even putting WNBA in there for, bro? What are you doing? Dog, this might be the truest thing I've ever seen. The Drake May propaganda machine is strong, dude. Gentlemen, I love you. I hope you enjoyed. You're very handsome. And hope you guys spent time with some of you love today. I hope you're grateful for every moment you have on this earth. And I hope you dummy clap some cheeks within the next 6 months. Real.